Legion Tactical Cutlery. Hey everyone, how you guys doing? It's Gruggs, Legion Tactical Cutlery. Welcome back, troops. Welcome back, Legionnaires. Welcome back, new recruits. Appreciate you guys as always. And man, you guys are helping me grow. So appreciative. All right, guys, in front of you, you see the Boker Arbolito Hunter. This is an awesome knife. This particular model is in the steel of ACX 390. I've never heard of it before, but we are going to put it to the test. Beautiful green Micarta scales. This knife is done really well, and it comes with a great sheath. Stay tuned. All right, Legionnaires, what is in your pocket today? I am carrying my cold steel AD10 in Tonto S35VN. This thing is awesome. Let me know what you guys got. Veterans and active military, you guys are the tip of the spear for this channel. We appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for your service. Welcome and enjoy this video. All right, troops, quick specs. This is, again, the Boker Arbolito in Micarta handle. Overall length, 9.45 inch. Blade length, 4.72 inch. Blade thickness is 0.18 inch. And the blade material is an ACX 390. Never heard of this steel, but I can't wait to put it to the test. I think I'm the first one to do it. Handle material is a green Micarta, beautifully pinned. Handle length is 4.73 inch. The sheath is leather with a weight of 7.23 ounces. This particular knife does come in a couple of other flavors and different steel. It does come in a stag scale or wood scale with N695 steel. All right, troops, let's do a close-up. All right, beautiful knife. I'm loving it. Pretty sure I'm the first one to do a review on this particular configuration with the ACX 390 steel, but this is a beautiful drop point satin blade. It's got a beautiful handguard, beautifully pinned, excellent Micarta scales, nicely rounded off. There is not a sharp spine on here though. Okay, ACX 390, made in Argentina, this particular model. It doesn't really have a big enough choil to put your finger there. This is a hunting knife, you know, and you know, it's actually really nice. It's not a bushcraft knife, but we're going to do some testing on the wood, okay? Give it an idea of what it can do. Full tang, lanyard hole, okay? Very nice, comfortable feel in the hand. Okay, as you can see, it's nicely rounded off here on the top. I mean, you won't be cutting anything, but the edge of where the round part meets the flat grind is sharp. So that's interesting. It is taking off my nail material, but in any case, a beautiful knife indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful knife indeed. Fit and finish is awesome. This does come with a high quality leather sheath from Boker. All right, there's that Boker label, logo. Very nice. Love the stitching. I mean, they did a phenomenal job. Let's just hope this steel is worth its salt. We're gonna find out, okay? I got a log over here. We're gonna do some V-notch batoning, feather sticking, etc. Let's get to work, guys. All right, subscribers, once again, I'm really glad that you're here. I can't wait to test this ACX 390 steel. Let's do some V-notch batoning and see what we can do. I want to get a nice long piece of wood after I'm done batoning this, and I want to get some long feather sticks, so let's give it a go. So just to let you guys know, this is extremely sharp right out of the box, man. Okay. Nice little notch. This is just too light to do any kind of chopping, although I have no doubt that it can. And I might just do a little chopping just to show you guys. So far, so good. Let's just change this over a bit. I have no doubt this would be a great tool for, you know, skinning. And taking care of deers and other types of animal, even fish. You know, I could definitely see this being really great outdoors knife. But the notching, as you could see, is doing very well. I actually really do enjoy this technique. I'm not even pounding too hard on it. Looking good so far. Let's just do a little chopping. I'm just kind of curious. Let me see. I don't have a lanyard. It's so light, it's almost, I can control it, but not as good as something a little bit more forward heavy, you know? And again, I have my fingers all the way at the end, but it's doing it. So initial impressions, it's, looks like it's doing a good job. So at least you know it'll do some chopping if need be. Now I understand that it's only been a little bit, but I'm very curious about this steel. It still is pretty sharp. So let's keep going. That was a nice deep baton. Now I noticed because this top is a little bit rounded, I notice a little bit differing when doing the batoning, but it's not bad. All right, now we're almost through this. Let's see if I can just go right through. See how she holds up. All right. That was pretty nice. Let's see. No, it's still pretty sharp. Doing some shaving. That's still sharp, guys and gals. All right, let's do some batoning with this. All right, let's baton. And it is a pretty long stick, so just to keep it in frame for everybody, I'm going to use the whole blade. So far, so good. Nice little split right there. Let's continue from where I started. Okay, you can see the split. All right, so now that we're kind of through, all right, there we go. Nice job. Let's see what we could do all the way through. It's a nice small knife, you know. Handles are very comfortable, no shock. Look at the way it's splitting the wood as it goes down. That's that flat grind. These are going to be some perfect feather sticks, you know. Let's see, folks. Still sharp, it seems. Okay, let's keep going. Now, people have commented that this steel is okay, but there's very little information on it. And it was a good price. I mean, it was like 99 bucks for this knife. So I went for it. All right, did a good job. I'm going to process these down to a little bit better, thinner sticks for feathering. But the Batoning horizontal and vertical, it did a nice job. So you know that if you're hunting out there and you need to build a little fire, no problem. All right, troops, so I took a couple of quarters of what I just batoned, and I made these nice long sticks over here, and it did a pretty good job. Now I batoned it horizontally rather than vertically, because every time I baton it vertically, it seems to you know, get this kind of a shape over here. But I was able to get some nice sticks for feathering. Let's just check the edge. The edge looks real good. I know it wasn't a lot of batoning, but the edge looks real good for a hunter, you know, real nice. The steel seems to be holding up so far. As you can see, it's taking off that bark real nice. And then I'm going to do some individual curls right here. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. I just want you guys to see that it's still pretty sharp here. It's making some form of corkscrews, individual. But yeah, I mean, so far so good. Let's take the rest of this bark off. I'm sure getting into, you know, the animal, doing some skinning or whatever, you know, would be easy. That this is some wood that I'm doing this to, but you got your finger over here, you got the guard helping you out. I could see why this is more of a hunter than a bushcraft knife, you know. And you could do whatever it is that you need to do on the animal. You could change it into different positions, you know, if you wanted to cut the animal up. I mean, very comfortable so far, the different positions that I have this this knife in. So, but you could see the individual curls, no problem. It shaved the bark off. All right, let's see if we can make a feather stick. Look how nice and thin that is. So the edge is nice and sharp. Now the wood is wet. I've been having a lot of wet wood lately. But as you can see, it is making some feathers. And after the initial batoning, you know, the edge is doing pretty good. Now, I know a lot of people will say any knife can do any task. Yeah, you're right. But, you know, this is, I don't know, in my opinion, I feel like this is more of a dedicated hunter, man. I would rather take this hunting than bushcrafting. I got plenty of other knives I could use for bushcrafting. But the whole point of this is to test and show you this ACX 390 steel and what it can do. Because there's not a lot out there, let me tell you, you know. And I think I might be the first to actually test this steel out. I could be wrong, but it's looking good so far. It's biting into the wood, the steel. You know, it's doing a good job, folks. Look. That's doing a good job. So you needed to cut something. A little fine work maybe. Let's get a nice thin piece over here. Let's see what I could do. Yeah, I'm liking the drop point, you know. Edge is still pretty sharp. Yeah, still biting into the nail. Looking good, folks, looking good. Let's baton this into the Legion chopping block. All right, little baton. Now there is no protruding tang here, so, but I do trust the Micarta scales that they won't break. Let's see now. Got another thin piece over here. Let me get these out of the way. Let's see. Very nice. Good. With always testing out a new knife, it always takes a little bit of time to get used to it. But for the most part, this knife seems to be doing the job. All right, check it out. Real nice, folks. I'm digging it. All right, here's one of the quarters that I batoned. I want to do a tip test. Just gonna knock it right down into the log. Okay. Seems to be okay. Continue where I was. It's a nice thin blade, so it's not really splitting it all the way. But that did a good job, as you can see. So if you don't have a baton handy, or maybe you left it by the lake or whatever, you know that this knife is capable of using its tip to do what you need it to do. Yeah, good test. I'm liking it. See, one more time. Should be good. All right, that's cool. Look at that. Did a good job. Let's do it one more time. Nice. Already split the wood. We're almost there, folks. I just want to give you guys a good look at this steel and what it can do so that, you know, you guys won't say that this is not the greatest steel. Seems to be doing the job fine so far, folks. Let's see. All right, cool. I don't know about you guys. I'm really satisfied with this tip. It did a good job. All right, so the tip test did really well. It made those nice pieces. Now I want to make more manageable pieces, let's say to throw into a firebox stove. I'm just going to use my baton and cut them down into a little bit smaller pieces. Okay, hopefully you can see that. Okay, that worked out pretty well. Good. Excellent. Make a nice little campfire stove, or you could put this in your firebox stove or whatever stove that you have. Nice small pieces. Let's do a couple more just for the hell of it. Doesn't have to be that hard. Just has to be enough. Okay. Going right through, folks. It's doing a fine job. And these are pretty thick pieces. Now, you really can't chop with this because it's so light. I love this knife, man. It is really nice. But as you can see, I'm putting the blade to the test and it's doing a real fine job. There's a nice thick piece right here. Okay, there we go, folks. Passed that test. I'm pretty satisfied with this knife, even though my opinion is that it's more of a hunter than a bushcraft knife. It did some work, you know. Let's go straight to the Legion light up. All right, so far initial impressions, I'm loving this knife. I really am digging it. I'm digging the design, the handles, the shape, the aesthetics, whatever you want to call it, man. This knife is doing a real fine job. And so far, initial impressions again, the seal seems to be holding up. Let's make some fatwood curls. Looking good. And today's Legion light up is for all my subscribers, man, because I noticed that I'm growing, so I must be doing something right, and I really appreciate you guys. So this is for everybody. Legionnaires, troops, new recruits, subscribers, whatever you want to guys call yourselves. If you have the time to watch my videos, this is for you. Yeah, she's doing a fine job. Make a nice little pile. Oops, broke, but that's okay. We're going to test the spine out in a second, which I don't think is going to do very well because it's so rounded off. So this is probably the better way to go with this particular knife. Got a nice pile right there. Let's get something a little different here. Look at that. Look at that. That's the front end of the knife. I mean, it's doing real good. This edge is sharp. You know, again, I'm not familiar with this ACX 390, but you know, I don't know who's watching this, and some people have commented, but very little information. This is not bad, this steel. Not bad at all. Try a little bit different piece. There's a really nice resonated one. No problem. Look how thin. Look at the corkscrew curls. Pretty awesome. All right, that's a nice little pile. I'm just curious about the spine. We're going to test the spine out real quick. Let's see. As you can see, very little, not really worth the effort, in my opinion. I mean, just a few seconds and you only get this little pile over here. Look, worst comes to worst, if this is all you had to do it with, let me see. No, see, you can't even fit it in that choil area. It's so small, you can't even get your finger in there, you know? So, there's this edge. I'm going to try and explain this. So it's very rounded off over here. And where the rounded off edge, that 90-degree angle right there, it is kind of sharp. So, you know, you can't use the very flat, but it's minimal scraping. It's just not worth the time. But other than that, it's doing a fine job. So what I'll do is I'll break out the Smiths. I'll get some nice fluff on top here, and then we'll try the spine to see if it sparks or not. All right, troops, I gotta tell you, I've been really enjoying this knife. I love using it. It just feels right. So far, so good, man, you know? So I got a nice pile for the Legion. We're going to do a light up. We're going to honor all my subscribers, recruits, Legionnaires, troops. I don't care who you are. This is for all of you guys. So let's just take a quick look and see if the spine will work. Let's see. Nope. Very little. Oh, there we go. It did work. All right. Check it out. The Legion has been honored. That's awesome right there. That was a nice little surprise, huh, folks? All right. There's that Boker Arbolito Hunter. It's a nice blade right here in ACX 390. Whoa, that's some fire. Woo! That is some tribute to the Legion. Awesome. Just awesome. This is a fantastic knife, guys and gals, but specifically for hunting, you know, I bet you this would be a fantastic hunter. And, you know, the edge held up pretty nice. The steel did a good job. I got no problem with this knife at all. At all. This is a great knife. For 99 bucks, it's not bad. All good all-rounder. All right, troops. What a great knife. I loved it. I enjoyed this knife. The steel worked out real well. Let's take a close-up over here. I mean, there is absolutely no damage to the steel at all. Just a little sticky, but it did a fine job. Now, I don't know if you guys, well, hopefully you guys could see this, okay? But it's so rounded off on the top, and still it surprised me with sparking the ferro rod. Now, you know, there's some bushcrafters that'll just make feather sticks and then they'll go real fast to spark this up. I don't think that this is capable of doing it, although I haven't tried, but it still did the job, you know? It lit up that fire, and it was a great honor to the Legion. So, real nice knife, did a lot of work. Okay, individual curls. You saw me baton through these small pieces to make more manageable pieces for, let's say, a firebox stove. Okay, it did very well with the pull curls, feather sticking. It made great curls over here with the fat wood. It baton through, V-notch baton through, and it chopped through this big log, made quarters, and it even made finer pieces for feather sticking. I mean, this knife did a great job. It would be a great camp knife, light enough to take on a hike, you know, and it's a pretty nice size blade instead of something very small, a little bit bigger than usual, let's say a Mora or something. I loved it. I think a lot of people would benefit from this knife, and this knife was less than $100, and depending on where you get it from. I think I got this from Chicago Knife Works. I'm not sure 100%, but it's fantastic, man. And they come with two other flavors, in a stag handle and in a wood handle, which are awesome. And it does come in a Bowler 695 steel, which is another stainless steel. And anything Bowler I trust, but this ACX 390 did a fine job, folks. It did a fine job. All right, troops, legionnaires, new recruits, thank you so much if you made it this far along. Appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the knife. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, man. Let me know about that Legion light up for everybody, okay? Because it was for everybody that watches this channel. So much appreciated. I love you guys. Thank you very much. I want to bring awareness to everybody. Hashtag 22 a day. Hashtag 22 a day no more. There are veterans and military personnel who come out of the service. They face a lot of challenges. Unfortunately, one of these challenges is suicide. At the end of this video are going to be some slides. Please pause on them. There will be phone numbers, websites, and a heartfelt message from Martin Miller. I'll also leave all this information down in the comments section and the description section, along with all the specs for the Boker Arbolito. Nice job there, Boker. Really enjoy this knife. All right, troops. Thanks again. Appreciate your time. Until the next video. You guys take care of yourselves, man. Hold the line. Legionnaires!